This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my review of Ready Player One. And this is the novel, not the movie, by Steven Spielberg. And this novel is honestly, it's a great novel. It is something I first read in junior year of high school. It was actually one of the books I would have mentioned in a video last year that was assigned to me. Technically, was able to pick between a few, and this is the one I picked, but I haven't read it since then, and honestly, this was still a great book. I had a hard time putting it down, and really just wanted to finish it as quickly as possible because it was that compelling. I think that it was just very clear of how much the author had a love for the 80s and really just everything that came out around that time, since that's around the time he would have grown up, and it seems really obvious that the character of Halliday is a very clear representation of himself and stuff he enjoyed. And he just goes into stuff like that where he talks about all these classic and beloved films, from Monty Python to just so many other franchises, both popular and more obscure. And as I said, it feels like there's just a genuine love for it, and that they really just love to do it. And yeah, the book has changed a lot when it's changed to a movie. It's probably because of just rights and how many just IPs this crosses over with, and the fact that just each of the different challenges and trials are reliant on a major IP, with the first one being the game of Joust, and then the first trial being War Games, the second one being, I'm trying to think what the second one is. The second one was, I can't remember the second one off the top of my head, but that one then goes into a, it was a simulation of a game. I can't remember what the game's name was, but there's a simulation of that game, and then they have to go into the place from the Matrix, the building, and through another trial. I'm sort of blanking on the second one completely, but the third one is just a more interesting one where it has to go through way more just convoluted and stuff, and the third trial was relatively easy to get through, and then after that it was just a multi-stage challenge until they got to the end, and that's where the Monty Python thing comes in, and where I was introduced to the film by actually my teacher, who, when reading it, just told us about it because it was one of those book discussion things, and when we learned about it, and he was told, hey, we should check it out. It was just a great time, and I've been enjoying watching that movie from then on. But yeah, honestly, this book, as I said, it's one of those rare books where you get it assigned in school, and it's actually a really good book on its own. And just the characters in it were intriguing. The entire plot towards the end, where he's forced to and go undercover into IOI, and he has as a essentially a slave, and then he uses that to go and sabotage them. And then, although he did have a plan to escape just by paying off the debt, he did have to escape on his own to go save his friends. And yeah, it's just going through all that, and in the ending where he just realizes that everything has to be in the virtual world is really great, and the story is just really compelling. All the characters are a lot of fun, and I think they did such a great job. And as I was saying, they had to change a lot for it, but I think that just the fact that Steven Spielberg went and made this movie would be the greatest honor to the author, and just the fact that they had to go and change so much doesn't make sense because, as I said, they just use so many different IPs, and there was just no way you could get that approved for a movie. I don't know how we got approved for the book to just have all these different types of crossovers, and well, it's more like crossovers in terms of like vehicles and stuff, but then also major stuff like recreating the plot of like War Games and Monty Python. But yeah, honestly, it was just really enjoyable. I think that it was just such a great time, and I do want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.